Hi guys, Dr. Yang Lee here back again. I thought I would just do a quick video to have a chat about finances in this time of COVID-19. As you guys probably know, if you're kind of like me, you'll find that patients are staying away appropriately, which is great. Terrible on income, of course, because no one comes in, so you don't get paid. A couple of things to bear in mind. Of course, we get the capitation that helps. The government wage subsidy scheme. This is the thing that people have a lot of confusion about. My wife's an accountant. We've spoken about this, and she's asked her accounting company about the rules around it. And Grant Robertson did try to clarify it a little bit. So how the wage subsidy scheme works is that if you predict that your income will drop by about 30%, you can apply for it. It's a high trust sort of subsidy scheme, so they'll just give you the money quite quickly. Now, a couple of things. If you apply for it because you think you need it, and you find that actually you're not that bad, your income didn't drop below 30, didn't drop 30%, you don't have to use it. You can just give it back. There's just no penalty. The plan that the government has is to try to get it out quickly, so almost everyone gets it, and then they might audit you later. So my advice to everyone, and the advice that my wife got from an accounting company, is everyone should just try to apply for it. And if you don't need it, then just give it back. We applied for it, I think, a few days ago, and the money's already gone into the account. So that helps to pay for all your stuff. So how it basically works is for every full-time employer, for every full-time employee, including yourself, even if you're a GP owner and what have you, you're still an employee of the business. Every full-time employee, which is someone is defined as working more than 20 hours a week, gets $585 a week. And everyone who's a part-time, less than 20 hours a week, gets $350 a week. And that's supposed to go on for 12 weeks. Now, how it works in terms of your staff is that you're supposed to pay them at least 80% of what they would normally be paid. So for example, even if you change the hours of your clinic, you still have to pay them about 80% of what they were paid. So what we've elected to do is we've reduced clinic time by about 20%, I would say. So we're starting later and finishing earlier. So, but we've told the staff that we'll pay them 100%, because what we do is whatever the wage subsidy doesn't cover. Okay, so how it works is if your part-time staff earns less than 350, then you give them their normal pay. So say, for example, every week they earn 300, then you give them the $300. So what happens to the $50? At this stage, no one knows. Are you supposed to give it back? Are you supposed to keep that to keep the business afloat? Because remember that this is just a wage subsidy, but there's no actual funding to help you for like your rent, your power, your outgoings, all that kind of stuff. So no one actually knows what happens if the subsidy they give you is higher than how much your employee gets paid. No one knows. But I think there will be clarification later on. So don't forget that you can claim the wage subsidy for yourself as well. So all that's pretty helpful. So what we've elected to do is we've elected to reduce the amount of hours that everyone works. We still pay the employees 100%. So how that works is we pay them whatever the subsidy goes up to, and say the subsidy covers 90% of the income. The extra 10% will take it out from the annual leave or the future annual leave. You're allowed to do this. So if they haven't accrued any annual leave, you can give them the future annual leave first and then just deduct that later. So that's what we've decided to do. So I hope that this is helpful and gives you guys some clarity about the wage subsidy scheme. So don't be afraid to apply for it and use it if you need it. And if you find that you don't need it, you can always return it later on. So that should be okay. And in terms of clarification, more clarification will eventually come later on. I think the government is going to be reasonably understanding because this is quite new to everyone. So, yep, thanks. I hope that helps.